Thanks, Chair. So we're going to go back now to earlier in the chats. And it's clear that you meet with Mr. Matlala quite regularly. Isn't that so?
We met when we agreed that we're going to meet, yes.
And that was regularly? It wasn't once or twice, it was quite a number of times.
Correct.
Correct. And I'm not going to go to those that took place before 5 March because, well, let's take it on your version that it was only on 5 March, that you had serious concerns. So I'm going to take it just from 5 March. Before I go to the meetings, on page 28 of the WhatsApp conversation, again, that's file 1 of 3. Page 28.
I am there.
You forward this news report to Mr. Matlala where General Mkhunazi, it's a report saying that General Mkhunazi has indicated that he is not interested in contending for the top Hawks job. Right?
Yes.
You send that to him. And your reason for sending this to him is what again?
My reason was that this message is nothing else more than the two friends sharing news clips, articles about matters.
But you don't share news clips every day. You don't share just any news clip. You share a news clip that you think the other person would be interested in. Isn't that so?
It's not a question of another person would be interested in. You just share.
You just share it even though you don't think the person you're sending it to would be interested in it.
Correct. It does happen.
That's what you do?
It does happen.
Why would you share with somebody a news article if you don't think they'd be interested in it?
If you are one of my contacts that I am talking to, it does not matter whether you are interested or not interested. I will share with you whatever I deem to share with you.
Okay, so this had nothing to do with any interest on your part or Mr. Matlala's part of the content. It was just sharing it for the sake of sharing.
The interest in which sense? Can I get clarity?
Interest in the content of the media article.
Look, the content of the media article, the general made it very much clear he never applied for the DPCI head post. And over and above that, he even indicated when I read here that it will never make any difference. He is going to work with his contract, and he got a year before it ends. So I was just sharing with him. Remember, I indicated yesterday that a lot of the people that I know in Pretoria, maybe I must say I was born in Pretoria, Commissioners. I grew up in Pretoria. I went to KZN 5 years ago, and a couple of months. Now, when I come to Pretoria, and not even Mr. Matlala, other people in the communities, my schoolmates and everything, I said they were applauding the working relationship of myself and General Mkhunazi. And I was also comfortable to work with General Mkhunazi. I was never comfortable. And we achieved. I contributed, and General Mkhunazi is a general that always, when he wants something, he will tell you straight when we deal with operations and so forth. And he's very much fond of operations. So it is not a question of you send it because the other person has got interest in whatever message or you are sending to them, like this newspaper clip.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Did you have a question, Commissioner?
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question. General, this article is from ENCA on the day. Now, it wasn't the only news item on ENCA when you were watching it at the time. Why send this and nothing else instead of another story that was being reported? Why do you choose? How do you choose this? Because you share articles with your friends in social context. Why pick this one to Mr. Matlala?
It just happened, Commissioners. We were just sharing. Remember, Matlala was also one of the people who admired our coordination and successes that were achieved in KwaZulu-Natal. I just shared it.
So you share, I think let's be clear about why you shared it. You shared it because Matlala admired what you do with General Mkhwanazi, or you just shared randomly when you had no reason to believe he will be interested in this story?
It is randomly sharing. And then over and above, I was just saying he was part of the people who was also admiring the good work that was done in KwaZulu-Natal. But this was a random one, Commissioner.
So it appears on a public platform?
Yes.
Which Mr. Matlala would have had access to because he was not arrested at this date, so he would have had access to it in the same way, unless you have reason to believe at that day that he may not have had access to it. There has to be a special reason why you pick this article, which is widely available to every South African who has a TV on ENCA. Why you choose to send it to Mr. Matlala? It cannot be that it's a random send. Can be. Can be.
I hear you, Commissioner, but that is it is. That it is. That is what it is. I think I have indicated is one of those randomly sent, and then it's not always that an individual will be privy or will be able to see certain things. Even if these things are on TV, even sometimes things are on the social media platforms. It's not always that.
Yeah, but you had no reason to think Mr. Matlala would not have seen this on ENCA.
I don't know.
You just wanted to make sure he sees it. That's why you sent it.
No, not in that context, Commissioner.
Mm-hmm. So what do you mean when you say it's not every day that people will be privy to everything? You were covering a situation where, on your version, where he may not have seen it because it's not they don't see everything every day.
Commissioner, it's your good self who was saying what was the reasons for me sending this to Mr. Matlala.
Yes.
I'm saying it's a randomly sending, and the Commissioner said Matlala should have seen this on TV because it was in a public TV. Based on that, I'm responding that I don't think it's everybody who's watching TV. I don't know whether you watch TV or what. I just send it randomly, Commissioner.
Okay. I want to suggest to you that you sent it because you knew it would be of particular interest to him to know that General Mkhwanazi is not going to be the National Commissioner because he's not going to apply. You knew he had that kind of interest in the topic. That's why you sent it, and that's the only reasonable explanation for why you would send this article to him.
For him to be National Commissioner?
Not National Commissioner, Head of Hawks.
Head of DPCI, I do apologize. You knew that, that's what I'm putting to you, proposing to you. You knew that Mr. Matlala has an interest in who's going to be the next DPCI head. You knew that he had an interest in knowing that General Mkhwanazi will not be that person because he's not applying. You needed to tell him that this man is not going to be the DPCI because you knew he was interested in that topic. Anything else that you tell us that it was a random send, it's not true. It's improbable. It's not true. It doesn't make sense that you would send randomly so specific an article.
Commissioners, We never discussed the issue of appointments in the police, me and Mr. Matlala.
All right.
Never. And the issue of that, I knew that Mr. Matlala was interested in who's going to be head of the DPCI. I didn't know.
Okay.
I
Thank you.
didn't know, because that was a post that was advertised externally
Yes.
for any person who meets the requirement of the post.
Yes.
You apply if you are interested.
No, we're not talking about the application. Interrupt you because I'm trying to get us to use the time effectively. We're not talking about general applications. We're talking about, I've proposed to you why I say I think you sent this to him. It's because you knew. That's all I'll say.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
General, the simple point is this. The day before, you became aware that the Hawks were investigating Mr. Matlala. The following day, you sent him an article that shows that General Mkhwanazi is not interested in the position of head of Hawks. So those two are linked. It's not random.
For me, they are not linked, Commissioner.